Start off your Saturday morning by listening to Colin Torley.
Mess around. Everybody do the mess around.
On Radio Saltire, 106.7 and 107.2 FM.
Okay, good morning everyone, and welcome to the third and dare I say the final hour of the Saturday morning show with me, Colin Torley. But I'm not here on my own today, am I?
No, you're certainly not.
I'm here with Singer Songwriter Rab Howat, and Rab's a well-known character and singer-songwriter in the local music industry here in the Lothians and beyond as well.
Yeah.
And beyond. So we're going to talk about Rab's, let's say, your life in music. We're going to play some of your songs you've written, recorded. We're going to do a few of that as well. But I'm going to kick you off, and I did tell you I was going to do this. I'm going to say, so who is Rab Howat?
No, that is a question. Well, he's a widget. He's known around these parts as a widget.
Right, okay.
You know, a poor old widget. So
but you've been over here on the East Coast.
Been over here for donkey's years, and but well, usually I came to Edinburgh because of a woman actually.
Right.
So who's the mother of my children?
All right. There's always a woman involved somewhere.
Well, there's got to be, isn't there? So I came over here, and it was kind of tough at first because I'd kind of made a little name for myself in Glasgow.
Right.
So when I came here, nobody knew who I was. So
and when was that? When was that then? Roughly.
Oh, roughly
a few years ago.
81.
81, right? That's not that bad, I suppose, eh?
It's not that good either.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so where do you live now then?
I live in Dander Hall now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I've been there for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Now.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a nice wee village.
Yeah, no, I know it. And but you've played in bands all your days. You were telling us you played the guitar since you were 9.
That's right.
And is it play the guitar? Is it mostly guitar, or do you play other instruments?
Mostly guitar.
Mostly guitar.
I play a tiny wee bit piano.
Right.
And mandolins but anything with strings on it, really.
Right, okay.
I'll give a go.
You've got the chord structure, so you're there.
Yeah.
And you're playing in bands just now, and you've got a couple of bands on the go at the moment. Do you do so? Well, all the stuff we're going to play today is solo stuff.
Yeah.
That you recorded, but you've got your own band as well, because the Rab Howat band.
Yeah. And
you just told us you're playing at Bannerman's today.
I am indeed, yeah. Every Saturday afternoon.
Right. And what time's that?
3:30 till 5:30.
Right.
You know, so it's just a couple of sets.
There one day, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you play the 2-hour set at Bannerman. Bannerman's is a great place for live music.
It's superb.
Yeah, and you've been doing that for a while.
Yeah. 23 years.
Have you?
Every Saturday.
You know what? I've probably been up there and not known it's you right enough, but there's been bands playing. So you're doing that today, 3:30.
3:30.
3:30, you're up there today. And you've also got a band which you use more for live studio work called BSB.
That's right.
So who are BSB then?
Well, BSB are a motley collection of songwriters, really.
Right.
Who really enjoy each other's company as well. And there's myself, Dave Valentine, who we were speaking about earlier. Dave Valentine, Martin Wykes, who plays drums, and he's a great songwriter as well. And I believe you played one of his songs recently, The Council Estate.
Yep.
Did definitely. You play that?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Well, that was Martin. Martin plays drums with the BSB band, and there's Davy Payton, who we all know.
Davy Payton there as well, yeah.
And Davy Payton's there, and
I'd love to get Davy Payton on here. Actually, I might get in touch with him.
Well, Davy,
I'm on Facebook.
You hear that? There's an invitation, Davy.
I'm on Facebook with him, so I'll maybe drop him a note and say, "Come on, Davy, get across."
Yeah.
We've had another guy that you know really well, which we're speaking about, was Nobby Clark.
Nobby Clark.
He came in here for a while. That was a great interview. I loved that.
Yeah.
So who else is in the band?
There's Oh, there's myself.
Yeah, of course.
Myself, Martin Wykes, Davy Payton, Dave Valentine, and Kenny Herbert.
Right, I don't know Kenny.
You know, Kenny I've been working with for a while.
Yeah.
As a collaborator.
Okay.
Because he's a great songwriter as well, and it's just great fun doing the studio project. You know, we go in and we go, what are we going to play? Well, I've got this. Yeah.
As opposed to live, see, when you're doing live, then do you tend to do your own songs or a bit covers, or is it mostly covers, or how do you work?
At Bannerman's, it's mostly covers.
Yeah,
because
that's what people want.
That's what they're wanting.
Yeah,
you know, but it's we like to play covers that nobody else does.
Yeah, make it different.
You know, we don't. You know, I'll not play "Sweet Home Alabama" or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, but we tend to do something. You know, for instance, we do "I Am the Walrus."
All right, okay. I've never heard anybody do that live before.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we like to do. You know, and I quite like the Stones as well. Yeah. So I do stuff like "Give Me Shelter" and stuff like that. You know,
but if you're there for it every week, do you mix it up a bit as well?
Oh yeah,
yeah, you've got to, I suppose.
Yeah, I do. I do some other Beatles stuff and like Revolution, and stuff like that. Not Revolution 9.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know which one you mean.
Yeah. So so it's pretty eclectic, the set.
Okay. Well, what we'll do first is we've got your new single, which is out at the moment. Mm. It's called "Like a Blind Man."
Yeah.
So I take it you wrote this as well?
Yes.
Was this recorded with the BSB band, or
the BSB band? Yeah.
Yeah, and but you wrote it. Are you singing on this as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all you.
Yeah.
Apart from the musician.
Well, there's a few harmonies here and there.
Right. So we'll do this then. This is called "Like a Blind Man." This is Rab Howat, and this is his brand new single.
In the
we go. That is called Like a Blind Man, and that is from my guest, Rab Howat, who's sitting here next to me in the studio. And we're just having a great chat about the industry and everything else. Now, that was recorded locally as well. The studio was...
Gorebridge, Heartbeat Studio.
Heartbeat Studio in Gorebridge, and that's David Valentine's studio.
That's right.
We were just chatting about this, and a lot of people will remember it, but right above us used to be the Back Marker pub. And it was a great pub. It was owned by George McNeil, the runner, and David Valentine and Bobby Heatley, who's well known as well. As we know, he wrote Merry Christmas Everyone and Japanese Boy and all that stuff. They used to play upstairs every week. They were called the Odd Couple. Yeah. Great singer, great guitarist, everything. Or great, they had keyboards. I think Bobby played the keyboards.
Bobby played the keyboards and the sax.
Aye. Yeah. They were absolutely brilliant. So, David Valentine's studio, David played on it as well. Mm-hmm. David Payton played on it as well. Uh-huh. All these names, man. You must be a popular guy. You put all the guitar on that as well.
Yes.
So you did a lot of stuff on that as well. So there we go. That is Like a Blind Man from Rab Howat. And we're just having a chat about the industry in general. But what we're going to do now, we're going to go to the ads and sponsors, and we're going to come back with a couple more tracks as well. It's 18 and a half minutes past 10 o'clock, and I'm here with Rab Howat, and we're chatting about all these songs that you've been doing, some great songs, and we're going to do another one of your tracks. Well, this is not your track, is it? You were just telling me.
No, this was written by David Payton.
Right.
Yeah.
David Payton, ex-Pilot, of course.
Ex-Pilot, yeah.
Dayside Roars as well, of course.
Alan Parsons Project, Kate Bush.
Yeah, he's done all right.
He's got not a bad...
He played with Elton John as well, did he?
Played with Elton John. Yeah. He played with Elton John at Live Aid.
Yeah, did he?
He did, indeed.
Right, okay, I didn't know that, so there you go.
Yeah.
Bit trivia going in. But he wrote January.
Magic.
So he's done some great songs.
No, he's brilliant, and he's one of the best players I've ever heard.
Yeah, and he's still playing, going strong.
Yes.
So this was written by David Payton.
Yes.
Again, recorded at Heartbeat Studios at Gorebridge.
Yeah. With
David Valentine. Is it the same musicians that's on it?
It's always the same musicians. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And how long ago was this one?
This was very recently, no more than a month ago.
Was it?
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just released Lucky. Why did you do a David Payton song then? Just because you liked the song? Just thought.
Well, I wanted to advertise how good these other guys were as well.
Yeah.
The BSB band.
Yeah. And
who they were. So I thought I better play some of the tracks that feature them as well.
Okay. Now we're talking about this as well because BSB band, and it's a collaboration of guys who you use in the studio to record your music.
Yeah.
So what does the BSB stand for? Because you came up with a few different names. So come on, then.
Well, the BSB, we never really decided what that meant.
Right.
But my brother George, hello George, if you're listening. Very kindly made a list of what the BSB could stand for.
Who came up with BSB then? Or do you not remember?
I think it was David Payton.
Right, okay.
But I'm not sure what he meant by it.
Right.
And I'm a bit worried about it,
Yeah, because there was one you gave me which I thought, right.
No. But my brother made these suggestions. The Broken String Band.
Yeah. That sounds all right.
The Barefoot Soul Band.
Yeah.
The Bad Seed Boogie. Bright Star Brigade. And the other one shall remain nameless.
Yeah, let me see. It is the backstabbing.
The backstabbing. Woo!
Yeah, that one. Yeah. All good names, by the way.
Yeah.
And you'll get away with them. But okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to do this one, which would you say was probably done about a month ago in the studios. It's called Lucky, written by David Payton. This is Rab Howat and the BSB band.
Highly likely, lady, that we're gonna go round again. You and I got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Highly likely, lady, that we're gonna be more than friends. You and I just landed lucky over again. that we're gonna go round again. You and I got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Highly likely, lady, that we're gonna be more than friends. You and I just landed lucky over again.
Yeah, there we go. That is Lucky. That's it, Rab Howat. You played the guitar on that. David Payton wrote the song.
Yes.
And that David Payton singing it as well.
Sure is, yeah.
So you're doing that, and still that's the BSB band as well.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, brilliant track, isn't it?
That's great, you know.
David's wrote some great songs.
Well,
so.
I mean, and he's still writing some
And
great
he's still
songs.
writing some great songs as well. Well,
Yeah.
good luck to him. Lucky, right enough. Aye. But we were talking as well as that quite recently you did the Voodoo Rooms, because we got talking about that. I mean, we know the lads from Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
We were talking about, I went to see them at the Voodoo Rooms when they got together.
Yeah.
Brilliant band. And but then Tosh, the guitarist, passed away, and I don't think they'll get together again. Colin Chisholm, who we mentioned, is singing the Hearts song at the Hearts game today.
Yeah.
He did it a few weeks back, and he's singing it today again. But I went to see them at the Voodoo Rooms, and that got you chatting about that. Because you did the Frankie Miller tribute night there.
I did, yes. Nobby Clark and myself did it, and it was fantastic. So we just picked a lot of singers that we thought could sing a bit Frankie Miller stuff.
All Frankie Miller songs then?
All Frankie Miller songs. And because I was actually offered the job with Frankie Miller playing guitar.
Yeah.
He phoned me personally after I played on Caledonia.
Yeah.
I played all the guitars on that, and after that he phoned me at home and asked me if I wanted to go to Germany with him. And stupid me said no, because I had little children at the time, and I didn't feel comfortable about going away for that amount of time. And so I didn't.
So I get the feeling a wee bit of a regret there, but these things happen.
Yeah, it's a bit of a regret. I don't have many regrets, but that is one of them.
Yeah.
I should have went on tour with Frankie Miller.
Yeah, that would have been good,
Oh, yeah.
But you did play the guitars on his single Caledonia, of course, as well, which is great.
Yeah.
And but we were just chatting about, Frankie Miller. You heard that album. I think Rod Stewart got everybody together to do it. And they took some tracks that had never been released. They were on like cassettes and everything else. They got them from his wife, because obviously he's quite ill now. Is he still living, Frankie Miller?
He's still alive, yeah.
But he had a brain hemorrhage, didn't he?
That's right.
And so they got all these songs together and they did duets. You've got Rod Stewart on there, you've got Paul Carrack, you've got Elton John. Absolutely fantastic album. Anyway, we're going away from where we are now. So this next one then, this is called Never Give Up.
Yeah, this is another David Payton song,
right?
But it's wonderful. It's got such a groove. Right. And that's what David's good at.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the bass playing in that,
you said he's probably the best bass player you've ever played with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's played in some fantastic bands. So who's doing the vocals on this one? Is it Davey as well?
Davey as well.
Right.
And Kenny Herbert and myself do the harmonies.
And you're doing the guitars and that as well. Right. So this is called Never Give Up. And this is Rab Howat and the BSB band. Never Give Up.
I'm gonna call you out today. I wanna take you away. I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna shake you up. I wanna take you away. Don't have no trouble on my mind. Kick out your shoes tonight. We'll have some fun, alright. Never give up, don't ever stop. No, never give up. Gonna try and I'll never give up. Don't ever stop, never give up. No, never give up. Gonna try and I'll never give up. As long as you get what you want. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna shake you up. I'm gonna take you away. Never give up, don't ever stop. Don't ever give up. Gonna try and I'll never give up. Don't ever stop, never give up. No, never give up. Gonna try and I'll never give up.
Yeah, there we go. That is Never Give Up, and David Payton on vocals. Who's doing the Hammond keyboard there?
That's Dave Valentine.
That's David Valentine,
Yes.
yeah. Sounds good though, eh? You can
Oh, it's
tell right
great,
away.
yeah.
And that was the BSB band, and you're playing all the guitar work on that.
Yeah.
David Payton wrote the song, doing the vocals and everything else.
Yes.
And the same guy. Same studio up at Goldbridge?
Heartbeat
Heartbeat
Studios, yeah.
And is that where you're using all the time then?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's because that's Davey's place.
Yeah.
So that's the place to go to.
Does
you
David
know.
do all the production as well then?
He does all the production
Right.
as well.
And what
yeah.
about the mixing? I take it that's all David Valentine.
Well,
as
he's got help there.
Right.
There's Ed Logan.
Right.
He does the engineering, whereas David's more the production side.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Okay. We were chatting earlier, and you started playing the guitar at 9. What got you into playing the guitar?
The
at that
Beatles.
age? The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Right.
I remember the very first time I heard the Beatles, I was on a beach in Ballach,
Right.
through in the west.
Was it snowing?
Eh?
Was it snowing or raining? Aye.
You know, I think back in these days we used to get some sun.
Aye.
But I remember being on the beach and there was these little transistor radios they used to have.
Yeah.
And I remember this woman was listening and on came this Twist and Shout.
Right. I played that earlier, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
On came Twist and Shout.
1964, I believe.
Yeah. And I just immediately went, my God, what is
Who's that? Yeah.
You know, because it was so different from everything else that had happened. I mean, the music to me at that time was like the Little Drummer Boy and stuff like that.
Right,
you
enough
know,
of that. I know we're not going down that road.
pa rum pa pum pum. You know, and but that as soon as I heard the Beatles, I sort of like really zoned in on them, and I learned. I think I must have learned every Beatles song ever.
Right.
And that's how I learned to play the guitar, because by listening to these, I was too young.
Was you self-taught then, yeah?
Oh yeah, I've never had a guitar lesson in my life.
Right.
No, apart from going and listening to people, which probably is a lesson. But yeah.
So from 9-year-old listening to the Beatles, learning the songs, when did you go into your first band? What was all that about then?
First band I got involved with was a wee band called Dogwatch in Glasgow, and I think I was 17 at the time, and that was my first professional job. And then we went to Germany to play the American basses, which was a great education, because you know one of the American basses would be mostly black guys,
right?
And another one would be white guys who like Neil Young and stuff like that.
So you had to mix it?
And so the education was great, because, I mean, we had to play a lot of James Brown when we went to these these black camps, you know, as well. And it was fantastic education.
Were you doing the singing, or did you have a singer? Or you...
No, that particular band, there was 3 of us.
Right.
No, there was 4 of us who sang.
Right.
But I was mainly the lead singer.
Right. You weren't doing James Brown. Tell me, were you doing James Brown?
Oh yeah, and Edwin Starr, War.
Oh yeah, right.
Good God, yo.
Right, we need to record that one. So you went for there. You did a few different bands, I take it, and then you came through to the good side, through to the east. Through love? Through love, was it? This is the good side.
It was true love.
Yeah.
I was in love with a girl from Edinburgh. And the funny thing about Edinburgh folk, they don't settle in Glasgow very well.
No.
Whereas Glaswegians tend to settle through here
Strange,
very well. So Pam, that's her name, she didn't settle in Glasgow.
Right.
So it was either we were going to split up or I was going to move through to Edinburgh. So I moved through to Edinburgh.
So, well, this is it. This is a love of a good woman, obviously. But Glasgow and Edinburgh, 2 completely different cultures, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
So how did you find being a Ouija, in your words?
Well, the first thing I noticed, Colin, was, you know, if you go to a pub... If you go to a pub in Glasgow pubs, and you're sitting on your own... Somebody will talk to you. You can't sit on your own in a pub in Glasgow because somebody will say, hey, come on, get here, mate. Yeah. You know, in Edinburgh, quite possible to sit in a pub on your own and nobody talk to you.
No, they're a bit more aloof, shall we say. And,
absolutely,
yeah. And that is still the same. I mean, we've had a few people in here on a Saturday morning, and the band culture, probably about your time, there used to be loads of different bars where bands could come and play. They're starting to disappear now, aren't they? Bannerman's been an exception where they've got live bands every day. I mean,
I
must have done a lot of bars.
I could play 7 nights a week in those days if I wanted to. Yeah. Now, I'm lucky if I do three gigs a week.
Yeah, that's what a few people say, that is that they come and they kind of get the gigs now, or they struggle to get the gigs. Yeah. A lot of them don't want to do it, they want to do studio work, but they can't get live gigs. And when they do get live gigs, again, people want to hear covers. So they can throw the odd composition right in there, but they can struggle. Yeah. But so you came to Edinburgh. Did you live in Edinburgh, or was it just... was it Edinburgh you lived in, or was it just outside?
Yes.
Because you're Bandon Hall now.
The first place I moved to when I came through to Glasgow was just off Easter Road. Okay. So we got a wee flat there, right? Pam and I, and it was. Were
you still playing in bands at the time?
Yes, yes, I was. But I was kind of. I had been playing with a Glasgow band who were quite big at the time. They were called the Chris McClure's Section.
Oh yeah, I know. What's it?
Well, he started calling himself Christian.
That's the one. Yeah, yeah.
And so I played with him for a few years, and
because they were a great band. Well, I'd never heard them, but I heard they were a great band because he was a good singer.
Oh,
he was on TV quite a lot.
They were unbelievable.
Yeah,
they were unbelievable, and it was like, especially in parts, like Motherwell, Uddingston, Airdrie, and places like that. It was like being one of the Beatles.
Yeah, I can imagine.
If you were in that band, and but when they started doing the cabaret, doing the cabaret thing. That's when I started looking
the scampy suppers and all that, scampy in a
basket.
And all that stuff.
That's when I started looking for someone else. That's where I joined Dave Valentine's band, RAF.
Yeah, we were chatting about that. I've got the first album. You didn't play on the first album.
I didn't play on the first album.
I've still got it on vinyl actually.
Have you not got RAF 3?
No.
That's the one I played on.
Right. I'll need to try and get it.
And it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is brilliant.
Right.
Here, Dave. Plug.
Right, we'll get that one. I'm going to come back to your previous musical life, but we're going to do this one now. This is called Shallow Eyes. Now, you did tell me there's a story behind it. Are you going to go into it or not?
Yeah.
What's it about? Because you wrote this song.
Yeah.
So what's it about then?
I was head over heels in love with a woman that I shouldn't have been in love with.
Not Pam then?
Not Pam. I'd split up with Pam by that time, and I'm not going to mention her name.
No.
She was. Have you ever met women who are kind of unstable, kind of drama orientated people?
I can't possibly say anything because my wife will be listening.
But she's one of these women who should not drink ever.
Aye.
Because...
Is that not all women? Oh, I never said that.
She would have a glass of wine. She was lovely, charming. She was a very beautiful girl, by the way.
Yeah.
She was lovely and charming. Glass of wine, 2 glasses of wine. By 3 glasses of wine, she started to snarl.
Right. Okay.
And look at me up and down like,
yeah.
Who are you? Or what are you? And she would just lie. Her whole thing was lie about this, that, and next thing. And it was about a year ago, I think. And I thought, I've got to write a song about this.
Yeah. So you did.
Because just remembering what she did, and so Shallow Lies, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's always, in great songs, there's always a woman involved.
Oh.
Yeah. Right, so this is called Shallow Lies, and again, Heartbeat Studio, all the same guys.
Yep. Same guys.
But you're on vocals this time, and it's your song.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it.
Yeah.
An epiphany like you never had before.
agents.
Yeah, this is the Saturday morning show with me, Colin Torley, here on Radio Saltire, and I'm here with my guest, Rab Howat, and I'll tell you what, time's flown, is it not?
Sure has.
10 minutes to go. Mm-hmm. And we were just chatting about your life in music, and you've had quite a wide career in music, haven't you? And you've done okay for yourself.
Oh, I've done okay.
So you were telling us you're at Bannerman's tonight.
Yeah,
or today.
This afternoon, yes.
Half 3 till half 5. Yeah. But you've got the Queen's Hall coming up as well, which is something completely different.
The Queen's Hall next, next May, I think.
Right.
And it's for cancer research.
Okay.
For the Apple Beggars. And the Apple Beggars is mainly Kenny Herbert's thing.
Right, okay.
And but there's a few... There's one of the BSB band plays in that band as well. Martin Wake's the drummer.
Right.
And that's fun.
Okay.
Because that's more like orientated to the pop side of music, you know, the sort of commercial.
What's your preferred music then? If you were to say, right, okay, I'm going to stick to one genre, you know, would it be, because you mentioned your love of the Beatles and all that stuff, but is it the 60s, the 70s, the 80s? Is it R&B? Is it rock and roll? Is it pop? Or is it just a mix?
I would say so, yeah. Although I do like the, you know, as a guitar player, I'm not a fan of, the ultra fast guys, Steve Vai and people like that. I'm not an absolute, I prefer Keith Richards.
Right.
You know, because he's got the feel and, you know, and all that. So, yeah, I love the feel, something with a good groove.
Right. Okay, more than anything else.
Yes.
Okay. What we're going to do, because we've not got long to go actually, we're going to do this one, which is Fear of Flying. Now, this is you. Yeah. And this wasn't recorded at Heartbeat Studios, was it?
No. This was recorded with Nobby Clark and myself in his bedroom.
Right, okay. Right.
And Nobby and I had just finished doing... Shoulder the Sky album, which we did, and I just came up with this song because the girl who I was talking about in Shallow Lies, she was also very scared of flying. Talk about a drama person, you know. And
must have been interesting, though.
Well, she was very interesting. I could tell you a few stories, Colin, but
no, you're
not
okay.
here. But but she still insisted she was going to go away every year, Spain, Greece, wherever. But we had to drag her onto the plane, screaming.
After a few drinks as well, no doubt.
Yeah. And she
just to calm her down, didn't the opposite?
She would run up and down that aisle before the plane took off, shouting, we're all going to die.
Yeah. I wonder why you split up then.
Well, you know, Shallow Lies tells you all.
Shallow Lies does.
You know.
So this is part of it then, Fear of Flying.
Yeah.
So was it written with her in mind, or just the fact that we're talking about it brought it back?
It was definitely written with her in mind.
Right.
Because it was a very stressful period to go on holiday. Because I knew what was coming, you know.
So everybody looks forward to a holiday and you're going, oh no.
No, I've got to go through this fear of flying, but, you know.
So this was, is this a song that you wrote on your own, or did you write with Nobby?
No, I wrote this one on my own, and we recorded it in half an hour, an hour.
Right.
It just one of these songs that was all in my head.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we mentioned earlier, Nobby was on the show here a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he can keep a conversation going, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
I loved interviewing him because there was so many stories, and his time with the Bay City Roars, of course.
Yeah.
And, his love of Tam Payton, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's well known for his love of Tam Payton.
Yeah. He told us a few stories because we were playing in bands at the same time, and Tam Payton being from Preston Pans, of course, we knew Tam, and he wanted to manage us, and we'd heard all the stories. So, but anyway. Right, we're going to do this one then. This is called Fear of Flying, and this is Rab Howat with Nobby Clark.
I suppose.
Yeah, he was
well,
there.
nobody produced this.
Right, okay.
And he mixed it.
Right.
So, yeah, I suppose it is Nobby Clark and Rab Howat.
But all the music and the song is yours?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Got a fear of flying up in the air in an aeroplane. So I keep me grounded with my feet on the floor. You know it keeps me sane. Oh yeah, yeah. If ever sober when they drag me on my toes to the big metal beast they put me on me it goes. Got a fear of flying, no I just can't deny. I got a fear of flying, and all because I'm much too high. Got a fear of flying. I got a fear of flying above the clouds. I wanna go to Spain. I wanna stay home where my feet can't roam, but I love the rain. I got a fear of flying, no I just can't deny. Got a fear of flying, and all because I'm much too high. I got a fear of flying. And I got over it. I got over it. I'm free to drop the broomstick anytime. I got over it. I got over it. Free to burn my white ash in the sun. Got a fear of flying. I know I'm gonna be okay. I got a fear of flying.
Yeah, there we go. That is Fear of Flying. That is Rab Howat. And yeah, love that. So it's sort of lightning seed sound you said as well, man.
Yeah.
Sort of jangly guitar, pop song. Really
Yeah,
good. Really
yeah.
enjoyed that. Well, there we go, mate. That is it. You know,
my
just
God.
where did that hour go? And I've really enjoyed.
Can I just stay here?
Yeah, well,
I'll just sit beside you and say nothing.
but it's like what we said. It's all about having that chat, getting to know each other, and then it just suddenly all comes out, all the stories and everything else. And you've got some great stories, some we couldn't tell on here, like, but you know, which is good.
A vast amount.
But look, thanks for coming. And if anybody's going up to Edinburgh today between 3:30 and 5:30, Bannerman's is a place to go.
Yeah.
Great place for live music. And I'd like to thank you very much for coming in. Now, people can get in touch with you through Facebook.
Yep.
So you've just under Rab Howat on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
You've also got quite a number of tunes on YouTube as well. Various different songs, your own, and
Yeah.
the Irish girl you mentioned.
Yeah, Fiona Lynch,
Right, so you've got
Yeah.
some songs with her as
who's
well.
another fabulous singer.
Yeah,
You know.
so all good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they can catch you there. Well, what can I say? That is the end of the show. We've enjoyed ourselves. I think
We certainly have.
Don't know about anybody else. And you know what? Not a single alcoholic drink passed our lips.
No.
Did it? You know? What's wrong with us? Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm back again on Wednesday from 6 until 8 p.m. and back here next Saturday from 8 until 11 a.m. And stay tuned. Right after the news, we have the young team who are coming up for a couple of hours from 11 till 1 p.m. So thanks for listening, and a big cheerio from Rab as well.
Cheerio.
Yep, thank you for listening. Thank you.